Hey everybody, and welcome back to Colleen Can Cook. That's right, I'm Colleen. I'm the co-hostess of Geek Out SA, and I've been showing you some videos of things that I cook on our new playlist, our cooking playlist. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I really like to cook. I kind of geek out over cooking. I really love to watch Chopped and the Great British Baking Show. I like the Spring Baking Championship. I like Guys Groceries Games. I like, all of those, basically. Anything on the Food Network and some other things on the BBC and other things too. So I geek out for cooking. And it's something that I wanted to share with all of you, and I wanted to share it with my sons too, so that someday if there is a recipe that they really wanted to try to replicate, something that they remember from home, they could stop calling me. No, just kidding. I really want them to call me. Please call me, boys. So I'm going to do this series of cooking videos, and up next, for the next series, I'm actually going to be doing grilling videos. I'm still going to keep with the low carb because we're still trying to do that. So you're not going to see me cooking any potatoes or rice or anything like that. It's definitely going to be low carb, but this next series, this next few videos is going to be stuff that we're grilling. Okay, so I hope you enjoy my videos. Here's the first one. First item on the menu is going to be skewers. So I'm going to cut my vegetables on the cutting board first. Like I said before, I like to cut the vegetables first so that I don't cross-contaminate the cutting board, and then I can use the same cutting board to cut the vegetables and the meat. If I cut the vegetables first, then I can cut the meat after. What you want to do is cut them down to a good size that'll fit and a size that you like for your skewers. The mushrooms and the tomatoes are already going to be cut. The peppers you could use the way they are, but I like to cut them a little bit more. And the zucchini I'm going to cut. They're cut some. They come pre-cut at H-E-B like this, but I'm going to cut up some more so that they fit on the skewers a little bit better. All right, so first up is the onion. I'm going to cut the ends off. And this is what's called a red onion. Obviously, you can tell that because it's different from a white or a yellow. So I cut the ends off. I'm not going to use those. They're going to go in the organics. And then I'm going to cut just a little bit through this because I don't need this outer part. I actually take this layer as well. So since this is for a skewer, I want it kind of chunky. So I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to use half of it. And I'm going to save half for another recipe. And then I'm going to cut it in half this way. And then this way. And then this way. Okay. So now I have all of these big hunks of onion that'll go really well on the grill. Next up is bell pepper. I got these at Costco. You can get them at H-E-B or probably your local grocer. And I like them. They're a little tiny and you can just kind of use them whenever. You just kind of pop them into any dish. I'm thinking I'm going to make 4 skewers, so maybe 1.5 per skewer. You can always cut more if you need more, but I'm going to do it this way. So I'm taking the tops off because I don't want to eat the top. And then I'm going to cut them in half. And you can take out the little vein inside with your knife. And you probably shouldn't cut towards yourself like I'm doing. So don't do that. And then you have 2 little pieces. That's it. It's really simple. That's what's nice about them. You can use a regular size bell pepper. Not a big deal. That's definitely something you can do as well. Those tend to be on sale sometimes. I'm all about getting things that are on sale. I hardly ever see these little ones on sale. I just happened to see them at Costco and thought, oh, that's a good quick thing I can have in a bag that I can use on something. And now I'm going to use it on the grill. Next up, we have the zucchini. I have washed this, even though it was already washed. I didn't make y'all watch me wash it, but I did wash it. So I'm going to, this is yellow squash. Obviously it's yellow, and this is zucchini, so they are slightly different. And I'm going to cut them into cubes. They're already cut down, but I want them to be more of a cube. So and I'm just going to actually lay them back on the tray until I'm ready to assemble. And cut one more of each just in case. Okay, now on to meat. This is eye of round. You can use any kind of meat that you like. And I'm just going to cut this like I did the zucchini. I'm cutting it into cubes so that I can just fit it on the skewer. And I kind of just am eyeballing the size. It's not precise or anything, so. This one has a lot of sinew in it, so just be aware of that when you're cutting it and when you're cooking it. So like I always say, you've got to season. This time I'm going to use a seasoned mix. This is the McCormick Grill Masters Montreal Steak Seasoning. You could make something similar that's your own. This has coarse salt and pepper and red pepper and garlic and onion and paprika. But I just like it. It's already made for you. Because it's coarser, you know, you have to give it a little love to get it to come out of the container. Give it a little shake. I like my stuff to be well seasoned, so I season the heck out of it. And then for meat, I always massage it. It looks more like squishing it, but they call it massaging the spices in, so I'm squishing the spices in. And then I'll set up my assembly line and we'll make some skewers. So up next, we're going to assemble the skewers. So I'm going to start with meat. Meat on there. Squish it on. And then pepper. And squash. Oh, that was onion. Squash, pepper. I know what I'm talking about. Button mushroom, which I have washed. And then meat. Poke my finger, and then onion, and then squash, pepper, some mushroom, and meat. Sometimes you gotta double step. And cherry tomato on top. Ta-da! Okay. Oh, and now I bet you're saying, ew, Colleen, I thought you said we weren't supposed to cross-contaminate the meat with the vegetables. What I meant was, you weren't supposed to cut them on the same cutting board and then use one of them raw. Because we're going to cook them all together, it's okay to have them all together now, but I cut them separately because if I had leftovers, that way they weren't cross-contaminated and I could use them raw if I wanted to, or if I could use them in another dish, because I hate to waste anything. So therefore, I had those in separate bowls and everything, and I don't know if you saw me switch hands when I was making the skewers, so I used one hand for the raw meat and I used the other hand for the raw vegetables, so that if I had any leftovers, I could use them. I did not have any leftovers from what I cut. I just made sure that I used them all. So I have all these beautiful skewers ready to go on the grill. I'm gonna pour a little olive oil on them. I'm gonna use this. I got it at H-E-B. Hello, duh, my favorite. And just a little bit to go over the veggies especially, so that they get a little oomph and a little flavor. Alright, so as you can see, Mr. Vincent is out here at the grill. Vincent and I, as you know from watching the show, are a couple, and so we share duties around the house like couples do. And one of the things that Vincent likes to do, enjoys to do, is the grilling part of the cooking. So when we cook on the grill, he does it the majority of the time. I know how, but he normally does it. So right now, he's making his fire. Making the pyramid, pouring the lighter fluid. That lighter fluid has a hole in it. He likes a lighter fluid, so there be flame. Fire! Hail to the fire! Fire, fire, fire. And then you just gotta wait for the coals to be ready. All right, here he goes. Coals are nice and white. That's exactly what you want to see. And he's just going to take those skewers and put them right there on the grill, right next to each other. Aw man, Vincent snuck in here and got his skewers already. Well, that's what they look like. Pretty tasty.